Friends, 365 days of war. The heavy counter-battery operation is continuing all along the borderline. The Russian forces in north carried out heavy shelling in areas of Sumy and Kharkiv, while the Ukrainian forces did so in Krasnopovka, Dnipro, and Belgorovka regions. In southern part, all along Zaporizhia, Kherson and Mykolaiv, this counter-battery operation continues from both the sides, though no major offensive have been reported. Ukrainian forces are continuing firing in the regions of Kursk, Belgorod almost on daily basis, and so they are continuing in many regions of Donetsk, while Russians are continuing doing so in Donetsk, Avdiivka, Pervomaiske, Vodyane, and other adjacent regions. This is just to tell you that even though there may not be ground offensive in many regions, there is continuous warfare going on through aerial routes wherein the uses of artillery as well as drones have increased massively. Now on ground, nothing special from the south. In North Crimea direction, intensive battle is going on, while the newly captured Berkhivka, the fighting is on, and Russian army are trying to move towards Dvorikna, that is western side in Kupiansk direction. Liman, no changes, and in Kharkov, the aviation plant is again hit by the Russian forces. Coming to east, Ugledar, no changes. Marinka, heavy battle is on in Druzhby direction. A pro-Ukrainian channel has reported that the heavy battle is on the entire front. However, for Ukrainian forces, it is very difficult time. In Bakhmut, especially north and east, Volchansk direction, and in Avdiivka, where the fight is continuing for Pervomaiske and Nevsky. PMC Wagner is continuing its onward march. It has captured Berkhivka totally and also leveled to the ground the meat processing factory and moved forward towards Zarek Naya Street. On Bakhmutka front, where the PMC has been fighting since many days, has captured the entire row of 5 stories building and even Vatutina Avenue. Southwest of Bakhmut, PMC recaptured lost position on Bakhmut-Konstantinivka highway and southeast of Krasnoye. That is the general situation from the ground. As far as Ukrainian forces are concerned, Bakhmut has turned out to be very difficult for them. They can neither chew it in nor can throw it out. Related informations. Biden in NATO's meeting continues his rhetoric, says, not only Ukraine at stake, freedom is at stake, the idea of freedom. Further, he said, we will protect every centimeter of NATO countries and Article 5 is sacred for us. And same thing was repeated in a parrot-like fashion by Stoltenberg. Hungary Prime Minister, who is little more realistic than most of his contemporary NATO members, has said that Europe has lost its independence and military power due to Ukrainian conflict. In the meantime, Putin has revoked decree of 2012, which underpinned Moldova's sovereignty in resolving future of Transnistria. Will there be any problem in Transnistria? We'll have to wait. There have been massive protests all over the world. Few of them I will repeat, like in Peru against impeachment of Pedro Castillo, China, Wuhan against cutting medical facilities, Moldova, very important, against drop in living standards and against European integration. But how about Brexit if European Union is going to integrate Moldova in itself? France against new pension scheme, Germany against NATO, and in India against unemployment, inflation, farmers' movement against unfulfillment of the promises by the government. in Nigeria against demonetization, and in UK, massive one from all sorts of workers. A general strike is seething in, and next one is threatening. ISW has confirmed that Russian forces have gained, though marginally, in Bakhmut and have advanced towards highway which is south of Zalizniansky and north of Bakhmut. And also Russian forces have managed some incremental gains in Avdiivka. The war is progressing with its own momentum. There has been no winter major offensive. Not sure if anything like spring offensive will take place. But in the present global scenario, what is the position of you and me as individual? Thank you, friends. See you tomorrow.